Hey people, Coach Simmons here. Do me a favor, if you're not following the channel, give me a like and subscribe. And also do me a favor, share this video with as many people as you can in the FCS landscape. I'm hearing about this whole FCS playoff situation, and I'm not the kind of person to sit around and let something just go on without trying to fix it. And I see how the lack of attendance goes, and people complaining about the fact that they keep having to bid money to have these games at the location. I have something that might change that. I want to introduce y'all to something I like to call winter madness. Now, people, when I say winter madness, it's all again about the FCS playoffs, right? But what I want to do is I want to have a pod system like they do for March Madness. So we will have a quote unquote bowl system, but only for the first two rounds. So, like this one here would be the pod of Albany and Idaho. And of course, the winners of Nickel State and Southern Illinois will go ahead and play, like they do now, Idaho. Richmond, NC Central, like they do now, will play Albany. The following week will be the second games. So, if you're a fan of the teams, just like you do in NCAA March Madness, you go ahead and pay for your tickets. You get to see two games on that first weekend. That will bring more people in, hopefully sell out at least half of the stadium. And by having this marked off of the list, you will have this thing called money. That was something curious, isn't it? And just for those teams that are saying, I can hear right now in the background, well, it's going to cost too much money to have that there. We're not going to make any money going there. We don't make any money now. But the difference is, by combining yourself, you can pull the money. The second one will be the number one overall. South Dakota State, Jackrabbits, and Villanova Wildcats. Just like now, Gardner-Webb plays Mercer first weekend. Duquesne plays Youngstown State first weekend. The second weekend will be the winner as they are now currently playing. You see how this is working out? We're going to have destination games. And like I said before, when it comes down to it, it's all about the money, right? So I'm not saying we're going to sell out each game, but I will state this. If you have at least an average of 40,000 people from each university and the community, guess what you're going to have? Profit. Like I was trying to say earlier, with the profit, 40,000 times, let's say, on average, let's say $60 a ticket. That's 2.4 mil. So if you just have that, take out the amount it costs to rent the stadium, you're looking at each team getting about $600,000. Come on, people. What's up with that? This one here, of course, would be Montana and Seattle, as they do now. Austin Peay, Chattanooga winner, plays Montana. Lafayette UD winner plays Furman. So it's not really anything different as far as the format. It's just the location. And like I said, each one looking at about 2.4 mil for the prize. You can divide that up, and I guarantee you they'll make more money here than they make at the current stadiums. You see where I'm going with this, people? You know, as once said, the definition of madness is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. You can't continue to complain about your playoff system not making money if you're not willing to change how you get that money. And plus, Once you add another system, you can always renegotiate the package. Why do you think March Madness is so great? Because it gives an element of no home court advantage, even though it really is, especially if you Duke. But lets you have destinations. And these destinations are places people want to go. Let's be honest. South Dakota, Montana, North Dakota State, North Dakota, people think they have home field advantage already. Take that out, put that in Indianapolis. You're going to have the fans still travel. You're going to have the fans from Indianapolis who just want to see football show up. And hopefully, if you really do believe you're a good team, you're going to put on a great performance. This is all I'm trying to say. And once again, 2.4 mil. Even if you were to divide it up, give each team $250K. Keep a meal to yourself for that first weekend. You're good. Each city will make money hand over fist. Hotels, taxi revenue, Uber revenue. Everybody is winning. I know you're going to say, what about the communities of these schools? Well, the communities of these schools weren't supporting the schools to begin with. That's why I say my idea is a winter madness effect. And I know you're saying, well, what happens after those first two games, coach? Okay. Then it goes back to the way it used to be. First two games will be on the road. The highest remaining seed will host the next week's game. How's that sound? Everybody has their own home stadium, so it shouldn't be a problem hosting your own game. I don't want to hear anything about, well, people got to fly in and dignitaries. If they really support your school, that they do for March Madness, they will show up. If they show up on that second weekend, then we can discuss the quarterfinals, Final Four being the same thing in Frisco. 2 weekends in Dallas, or Frisco, sorry, to settle the whole thing. What do you think? Like I said, this is just an opinion, but it's an opinion that needs to be thought of. Will your team fight hard enough to get back home? Or are they going to cry about not getting an invite at all? It's Coach. I'm out.